got YouTube popping. That shit is going on. We'll be popping that pretty soon. OBS is popping. Got Podbean already going. Let's get the website people on here. Yeah. And the people from the website are here. All right. You know what that means. It's time to start the motherfucking show.
As Metro's Mercury Grade approaches, I shall create the illest podcaster known to mankind.
But Master, what are you going to do?
Howard Stern, Stephen A. Smith, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle.
Why Dave Chappelle?
Cause he's a funny motherfucker. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Because he has money. You fucking dickhead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Master. I'm very sorry.
The heart of India. The strength of a black man. And the pride of a Spaniard. I present to you MyT. It's alive.
He's walking, Master. He's walking.
MyT Sports.
Oh shit. Afternoon, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only Dollar Taylor. Yo, it is another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world. Listen, it is March 15th. They said down here in South Florida, in case you guys don't recognize where I'm at. Yeah. Listen, by the way, Brooklyn, you know where your boy hails from, aka Brooklyn's favorite son, aka the Brooklyn Brother, aka the Army Black Knight, the Army Black Knight, if you know what I'm saying. Yo, today's March 15th. They said we was going to have highs of 84, lows of 67. Current temperature right now is 82 degrees. And boy, do we got a show to get into today. Yo, we got the MSG acting funny again. Well, we got racist commentators that we going to have to call out. ARod going ARod, as you know. We got that money talk we gonna probably will break into. Melo continues to rise, and we got a reveal for the first time on the podcast. I'm not even gonna pay for that one, but I just want to let somebody like I don't know, kind, you know, that we can see about them. Maybe Blue Chew or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like maybe want to use like hook your boy up with a sponsorship. Yingling, any one of yous. Like holla at your boy. Don't forget to go check out the book Career Day by Tia Palmer. Dr. Tia Palmer. It's on Amazon. You can get that today for the low. I mean, it's a good price. Listen. I bought 3 of them. I gave them all out already, and I was actually lucky enough to get a signed copy by the author herself. If you have a little girl at home, if you have little boys at home, if you have young children at home, period, this is one of those books that you're gonna want to check out. Mark my words, and trust me, as I say, mark my words, I am the only one in the studio with you today. I don't got the 21 Mark Salute. I don't got the Quiet Storm KJ with me. It is just your boy T. But listen, yo. You know, the reason why I'm not here, why I'm the only one here, because big up to my KJ co-host. You know what I mean? He was able to find regular work again. So while we praise him, give him all the big ups in the world that he's able to find that regular, as you seen him in the chat, and he's able to find that regular work, we gonna miss him here. We gonna miss him on the podcast. But you know, he's one of them double-edged swords. Like it's good for him, but it's bad for us. But we're gonna see him on Wednesday. He will be here on Wednesday. We just don't get him on Mondays and Fridays. So it's just me again. Unfortunately. But we gonna keep it cracking. This is season 6, episode 96. Oh wow, this is episode 96. You guys realize in 4 more episodes, we're going to be on episode 100 of this season. It's going to be the first time that we've ever even done My bad. Yo, I had to change a whole bunch of shit around. Like, I forgot that I reset the computer over the weekend. So not only did I have to reload everything, but I decided once I reloaded it, I decided that I was gonna change everything around. And then once I realized that you weren't here for the podcast, I was like, you know what? I wanted a whole different solo view for the YouTube feel. So I kind of that's a bunch of shit happened. But we here's now. You know what I mean? We here's now, and we getting on the nitty gritty. We getting downs and dirty. But yeah, 4 more episodes. It's 100 episodes in one season for us. That's the first time ever. Normally, you guys be like, because normally we get done like around like 40 something, 30 something, maybe. You know what I mean? But to do 100 in a season, I ain't think I was gonna see the day. So I wanna give you guys like a big, you know what I mean? Because look, I'm not sitting here talking for 100 something episodes halfway through a basketball season if it ain't for all of yous out there continuously giving me your love and support. So I do appreciate you. I want to give you all a big up, and also don't forget to please like and share the podcast. Let your friends know. Let your friends know. You know what I mean? Talk about it at your barbershop. Tell your teacher. Like listen, MyT. Make that shit. Make that shit your roll call. Like everywhere we go, people wonder who we are, so we tell them we are MyT Sports Podcast. You know what I mean? Like tell them that shit. It's your war cry. Oh, listen, I think that's gonna be the Wednesday that we're out of here. So also let you guys know, for the week of the 22nd through the 26th, I will not be here. There will be no podcast that week, because I'll be out of town. So the podcast is not going to resume back until the 29th. And that may be episode 100. We don't know. You know, I may just hold off. Like, if I'm on vacation that day, and if I can find a way to make episode 100, come me see, this is 96 today, 97 on Wednesday, 98. Oh, shit, that actually works perfect. Yeah, 98 thing. Then when I come back, 99 on that Monday, and on Wednesday, March 31st, will probably be the 100th episode of the podcast, and we'll all be here for that night. Bet. We gonna do it big. We gonna do it big like I big up my borough. Big up. None of my shit. As the New York Knicks, as I'm rewatching that New York Knicks game versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, and this is one of the very few games that I have noticed this year where the home team is actually in their white jerseys. So because of that, we actually get to see the Knicks on the road in their crypt colored jerseys. I'm just saying. Hit him again. Let me know. It's okay. Listen, it's a good day. Now, you know what? Let's get into the podcast, right? Let's do something that we like to do. Let's give it our birthday shout-outs, right? We got a bunch of birthdays that just passed. A bunch of people that I've worked with in all kinds of different environments. I want to give you all your birthday shout-outs. First of all, let me give a shout-out to Brett Rowley. I know him from a couple of affiliations. Not only is he alumni with the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and for you guys that wonder, like, yeah, why do the Connecticut School of Broadcasting from? That is where the legendary Stu Gotts went to school at. Yes. Me and Stu Gotts are alumni, right? There's not a lot of us out there. There's only some. Listen, but I'm gonna tell you this though. If you think that the Connecticut School of Broadcasting produces a lot of people like Stu Gotts and like myself, you're right. So if you want to put people like us on, you go holler at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. We all there, B. We all there. Holler at your boys. You know what I mean? So Brett Riley, Connecticut School of Broadcasting alumni, and also worked with, if I'm not mistaken, the Jupiter Hammerheads and the St. Lucia Cardinals, who I was able to do play-by-play for early on in the infancy of this podcast. I think you guys remember those early on days. So shout out to Brett Riley for his birthday. Also today with a birthday, right? That's today. Brett's birthday was over the weekend, right? Friday to be exact. Today, right? Today,
Dig up.
we give a birthday shout out to David Shaw. David Shaw is a school teacher down in Miami. I forget exactly what the school is, but I know him from Prime America, when me and him were learning from millionaires on how to manipulate this money game a little bit, right? And the biggest story you guys may remember about David Shaw. David Shaw is the individual that I got my tickets from to go to the Pro Bowl that year, where me and about 70 of my friends went to the Pro Bowl and had like the biggest Pro Bowl tailgate party you could fucking imagine. Like, that right there set the precedent for me ever wanted to like tailgate just for the rest of my life. Like, you have no clue how much that did. But David Shaw, that Pro Bowl was legendary. I had just gotten to Florida too. Like, it was in like my first year or two in Florida, and I even remember funny story. I remember getting pulled over, right? With the tickets on me, right? And I had the tickets on me and a bunch of cash. And I remember it was some bullshit the cop pulled me over. I had the same car that I have right now, and I had just gotten it. Yeah, actually, I know how long ago that was. I had just gotten this car, right? The red Toyota that I have now. And I got pulled over, and they pulled me over, whatever. They run on myself, and they look at everything. Like, everything okay? I'm like, yeah, la. Right? And then they asked me about the first they didn't see the ticket, right? First they saw all the money that I had, of course, right? I'm gonna tell you, Preco Sucios for real. Like you have no clue. Like, to all my Spanish people out there, like you have no clue, like how they had to like feel some type of way, but they come in there and they find the money, obviously. And they ask me, oh, what's all this money for? So that's like, and I'm like, well, and you guys know me, right? Gift of gab like a motherfucker. I go into sales mode. I'm like, oh my goodness, let me tell you. Right now, what I'm doing, I am conducting a fundraiser for one of my friends, and I don't know if I was on my way to go see him or I was on my way back from him. Right? I think I may be on my way to go see him. And I'm like, listen, and we're doing a fundraiser for one of his schools, and all of this money is going to be tickets for the Pro Bowl. Right now, I already have about 70 tickets reserved with me and some of my best friends. Would you guys like to come join? And I am selling the fuck out of them on this motherfucking Pro Bowl. So we're talking a lot, and one of them actually bit the bait, right? And actually getting, oh, word, blah, blah, blah. And the other one is like, oh, he's doing his job, kind of being all standoffish and bullshit. And we get to a point, right? We get to a point in the conversation where I'm like, so what did I get pulled over for? They're like, oh, the car came back registered as gray. I was like, yo, you have got to be wildin'. Like, I was like, that's completely impossible, because this car is brand fucking new. It's barely a year old. How can this car has never been any other color but red? But that's how you know they was trying to fuck with your boy. That's how you know they was trying to fuck with your boy. If you're trying to, oh, and don't forget, everybody, couple of places while I continue these birthday shout-outs. Remember, the phone lines are open. If you are trying to join the podcast, right, head down to the Podbean app. That way you can call directly to the podcast. The phone lines are open, and that is a way for you to join the conversation. If you just want to listen to the podcast or watch the podcast, just tell your smart speaker to play the latest episode of the MyT Sports Podcast, or tell that you would like to watch the latest episode of the MyT Sports Podcast, and it'll pop you right over. Or you can hop over to the website, mytsports.net, and you'll be able to listen to the podcast live anytime it is here, or you can catch all of the archives of the podcast as well. Listen, the podcast is generally anywhere that you listen to podcasts at. Let me continue with my birthday shout-outs and these little stories. But yeah, crooked ass cops, dirty ass cops. And it was something about my car came back great. I was like, okay, whatever. But lucky for them, your boy got the gift of gab. Like I said, I started selling them. And I'm like, yo, I even showed them some of the tickets I had, because luckily I hadn't gotten all the tickets, so I had like half the tickets and I had half money on me. Right? And I started showing them all the information. And I was just thinking to myself, yo, go ahead and play yourself, because I can use a city named after me. I was ready to have their ass. But as we continuing, all of a sudden, you hear a call coming. Right? The cop goes in and tells me, he goes, hey, listen, Just go ahead and be safe. Go on and continue on the way. We gotta go. And they pulled the fuck off. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Yeah, B. You already know.
Puerco sucio.
Puerco sucios. But that's how it be. But shout out to David Shore for giving me that for giving me that Pro Bowl experience. Helping me with get that Pro Bowl experience knocked off of my life. I want to say also happy birthday to my homeboy Angel Rivero. That is the brother of my best friend Johnny Rivero. Right? I want to say happy birthday to them. Shout out to your baby girl. I haven't seen her in forever. Also shout out to wifey as well. Also shout out to DNYR Ramos. Yes, that is one of the individuals I've actually had the blessings of announcing them to the ring as they came to do the thing that they do best, and that is perform in the squared circle. If I'm not mistaken, DNR Ramos just won a championship belt and one of his other organizations that he wrestles with. So go ahead and you go ahead and check out his match. He is definitely a sight to see. That is all of the birthday shout outs for today that we passed for this and what we lost over the weekend, folks. That is it. I got no more. I hope you're ready for some. I hope you're ready for some sports because
First of all, first things first.
you know I got that Knicks talk. You know I stay with that Knicks talk. As I'm watching the Knicks game right now, the Knicks have currently tied that game 48-48 in the game against Oklahoma City. It's about 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Julius Randle just hit a free throw to put them up 49-48. Folks, as we're going to continue. And folks, and not to mention, I'm watching this game all over again because, you know, I always like to have some kind of sports, something on in the background as we do these things. I don't know. I don't know why. It's a force of habit. Maybe because my TV was always on anyway. Maybe it watches me when I sleep, which is kind of creepy, but it's something that it does, right? but I just have to have something going, and I really wanted to watch this game again and see how far we can get into this game during the podcast and give you this nice little victory because we already know what happened recently, that the New York Knicks took a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks, right? For the first game back from, and phone lines are open, don't forget that, people. Phone lines are open if you would like to call up to the podcast. But they took their first loss back from the All-Star break, and that put them back at 19 at a 500 record. But then they had a game against Oklahoma City, which is the one that we're watching right now. And the New York Knicks will end up coming away with a nice little victory against Oklahoma City, 119 to 97. Which really tells me how the second half of this game is. I'll tell you how that second half of that game goes. If they're tied, the game is right now 49-48 with 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Now, the New York Knicks would improve their record to 20-19 to get slightly back above 500. This would push them to 15th in the league, 7th in the conference, and back to 4th in the division. Now, a couple of things that I noticed in this game, right? And a couple of notable people. Frank Ntilikina ended up starting this game, right? Now, we know that Frank Ntilikina left this game. Oh, if not, I shouldn't say we know. Frank Ntilikina left this game early with foul trouble, which brought Emmanuel quickly, every New York Knicks favorite point guard as a moment. As we see R.J. Barrett dancing with the ball, he kicks it out to Julius Randle in the corner wing, and it is a three. The New York Knicks go up 52-58 with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the second quarter. My bad. Right? Okay, so as we continue, Frank Ntilikina started this game, but he was sit down early because of his foul trouble. He picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. Bring in Emmanuel quickly, and Emmanuel quickly, as we know, has just been that firecracker, has just been that kind of spark plug, where just based off the momentum that they had with Emmanuel quickly in the game, Frank Ntilikina, and let me make sure I say both of these things. Based off of the momentum that Emmanuel quickly had in the game when he brought him in, and also based off of the fact that it is Frank Ntilikina and they really just don't like him that much. Frank Ntilikina started the game and finished the game in 7 minutes. He wouldn't play again basically for the remainder of the game. Just out. Emmanuel quickly ended up playing, I believe, 33 minutes of that game. 9 for 16 shooting, 21 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. As we're starting to see that even Emmanuel quickly isn't really an assistant point guard at times. He's really more of a scoring guy and really more of a pace setter. But damn it, like his plus minus, like you can't deny. Like I said, I don't care how many assists he honestly gets at this point in time because assist heavy point guards aren't really there anymore. There's no John Stockton's coming into the league, right? Like there's no, I shouldn't even say there's no Chris Paul's coming into the league. Like if you get a guy that all of a sudden is averaging 9 to 12 assists in a game, like you honestly are kind of lucky, to be honest. Like that is a gift, and even much so. The last time we saw guys almost average double-digit assists, you barely even noticed them, and they definitely didn't win. The last two guys to get very close to, outside of LeBron James, obviously, were John Wall. He got really close to double-digit assists, and obviously the guy, Mr. Russell Westbrook, with his triple-doubles, right? And like I said, one of them you barely even noticed in John Wall, and Russell Westbrook had to put up a triple-double for you to really pay attention to it. So Emmanuel Quickly's assist numbers don't really bother me. I do see his ability to create and shrink the floor and shrink the defense. I guess you should say. As we see Bullocks take a three-pointer that goes down without barely interfering with the net. Don't you gotta love those when they take that shot and the net barely even moves? It's just pure. You know that noise. Okay, I'm done. I get carried away. A lot. I don't know who the hell Blake's thing is because you know what, Balake, I will let you join the podcast, but there's really only way to join the podcast. It's not through Instagram. It's not through Instagram. Instagram is really just for extra credit. To be honest with you, Instagram. Like if you guys you guys watching? You guys see me looking over here? It's only because like I got the gram right here, and maybe I need to start turning the gram around just so it's just stuck on the face, right? And I can't see myself, but. Bees like that, and I'm bees in the trap. And we're going to continue to talk. Now, this happened to be one of those games that R.J. Barrett had himself a wonderful game. And we're talking about a wonderful game. As we continue to see the growth of R.J. Barrett under Tom Thibodeau, right? As I told you guys that everybody everybody that this is still their first contract, I'm gonna consider this their first season, right? I'm considering them all rookies because up until this point they have not been coached properly. They have no clue what it has meant to be a professional in the NBA, and they are now learning it for the first time ever. So we were just starting to see R.J. Barrett, and in the very beginning of this season, R.J. Barrett struggled a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I thought R.J. Barrett was having a little bit of trouble in his game, but you know what? R.J. Barrett has really started to come back a little bit, and you're starting to see him pick up that shooting percentage, and you're starting to step away from being empty calories to actually being a productive member of society. And that is really what you want. Is for your players to be productive, for your players to have good plus minuses, for their shooting percentages to be a little over 50%, then a little under 45. You know what I mean? You know, you're like, nah, me. As I like to do with my knees. I like to shut one eye down and get real Popeye-ish with her. And I hit her with the, nah, me. Strong to the finish, because I eat me spinach. Show you. That should take a toll a little. Oh, hold on. I've been trying all the Publix lemonades. Or all the ones I'm not allergic to. Blackberry, strawberry, regular, raspberry. I can't do the cherry. Allergic to cherries. But these are fucking delicious. Yo, seriously. Whoever is the chemist that has developed this lemonade crack formula for Publix, that motherfucker needs a Pulitzer Prize. Yes, I have said it. I got you something. Yeah, this is funny. So, doors open, by the way. What was I saying? Yeah. Whoever's the chemist that developed that formula, that lemonade crack formula for Publix, that person needs a Pulitzer Prize. Because that thing is amazing, like super duper amazing. It was funny. I'm shopping the other day and I'm picking up a couple of them, and a couple of ladies and I have my headphones on, by the way, so I'm jamming, you know what I mean? I got a quiet storm going on in my head. And I literally mean it, that I have a quiet storm going on in my head. That I am just 100% just listening to a thunderstorm, you know? So I didn't really hear them. And New York Knicks are up 56-54 at halftime. I didn't really hear them, but I you know, obviously, you know, you see when people look at you and then the mouths start to move. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, let me do something. Let me do something for you guys, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, right? So I go, okay, cool, all right. I see that you guys, I see that they're looking at me or whatever. So I took out the headphones and they're like, and they asked me, oh, is this any good? And I'm like, oh yeah, this is delicious. Like it's like liquid crack, to be honest with you. Like I prefer, like I really do like the original, but I'm dabbling to see how much I like the other ones. Let them know it can be a little bit sweet. When I do drink it, I do like to pour over a full cup of ice. That nice chill and the way that the ice helps water it down just enough. It is perfect. And then as you know, like when something like that, when the ice goes, when the lemonade goes over the ice and the ice has been really cold and some of that ice frosts over us and you get to enjoy the ice as it's coated in the lemonade as well or in the juices as well. But yeah. One of those type of things. So yeah, it does all that. It checks all the boxes, man. It checks like big facts. It checks all of them. Right? We got a review coming up too today. Like I can't believe the kind of podcast that we have today. There are big things that go on, bitch, and big things that go on. So they asked me, "Oh, is it good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, nah, it's good. And it goes with a lot of stuff. But I'm gonna tell you the best thing it does. It's great with alcohol. Like so far, it is great with vodka, especially if you mix it with citrus vodka. It goes great with gin. So far, as we have found out, it goes great with. Let me see. It goes great with gin. It goes great with vodka. It goes great with. Listen, if you guys drink Ray and Nephew Jamaican white rum, it actually goes really good with Jamaican white rum. It's one of the very few things that helps cut it enough to make you be able to consume your beverage like a regular beverage. Like, let's see, just make it. And this is alcohol free. Just to let you guys know. But this ain't sucker free. Right, so yeah, it really mixes well with your alcohol. Like I'm telling you, I feel like I'm missing one. Like there was another clear alcohol I think I tried it with recently, and I ended up tequila. Yes. It mixed very well. So with vodka, especially citrus vodka, the citrus vodka specifically, right? The Sky citrus vodka. So with vodka, with tequila, and with gin. And if you are from the islands, Ray and Nephew Jamaican white rum, it'll go well with all of us, right? It is a godsend of a beverage. Like to be 100% honest with you, like it is something that has been continuously in my household for a while. It is probably my number one weakness. I can tell myself I'm on a diet, like I am now. I've been altering my diet, right? And I'm doing everything right, but that lemonade has to stay in the fridge for some odd reason, B. Like I got to have it. You know what I mean? Nah, yeah, I think you know what I mean. Right, so let us continue, right? RJ Barrett, 12 for 21, 32 points, 5 rebounds, 30 assists, as he happened to have a really good game. You didn't catch those empty calories out of him that you've been seeing, and as of lately, you've been catching his shooting percentage to be closer to 50% than a little below 50% and under. Now, this is one of the few times that not only was his shooting percentage high, but also his shot value was pretty high. As normally, you've seen him come down from those like 17 shots a game that we started seeing at the beginning of the season, and they started coming down to about like 12 for a while. Because remember, and it could be strategic. It could be him checking himself. It could be him, or it could just be the total maturation and the total growth of his game, right? That. In the beginning, he's taking like 17 shots, but he's shooting over 50%. He's shooting under 50% continuously, consistently. And he's shooting 17 shots. You see him, Julius Randle, taking just as many shots a game. But he's not making them at the clip that Julius Randle is. And then it got to a point where he started bringing his shot count down. like 17 down to 12. When he did that, hey, his percentage started coming up a little bit. That's just like for guys who don't realize it, that's confidence. Because when he was taking 17 shots and they weren't going out at a high clip and he's shooting 33%, 40%, his confidence is going down. As well as his shooting percentage. He started taking less shots. And his shooting percentage started going up. And now his confidence is going. And granted, he's playing great defense. He's playing with confidence. But his confidence goes even higher. And now, what starts to happen in this game against Oklahoma City, a game that you should attempt it at, right? A game against a team that you should generally win if you are now these new New York Knicks, right? You are the New York Knicks now. And this team should be able to beat these like we said the Knicks are currently the 15th team in the league. That means there are 17 teams worse than you. And I expect you to be able to consistently beat at least 15 of them. 13 of them. Oklahoma City should be one possibly. Even though Oklahoma City Thunder are one of the top 10 defensive teams in the league. The New York Knicks are number one. Yes, folks. New York Knicks are number one in defense in the league. And also Oklahoma City is I think number 9, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I think it's 9. Julius Randle will have himself a great game. So as we continue with the Knicks, right? Julius Randle will have himself a good game. But like I said with RJ Barrett, we're just glad to see that confidence picks back up again. And now you're starting to see it, that confidence continue to be there, even when his shot volume is high. Because that's something that's going to be needed if the New York Knicks are going to come out of the second half of the season with a 500 record. Because the second half of the season looks to be a little bit tougher than the first half of the season. And I could have swore they said the New York Knicks had one of the hardest, had a top 5 hardest schedule of the first half. And in the second half, it looks like it's a repeat of the same thing. I don't get it. I don't like this 72 game shit. Like I don't see where the balance is at. I really don't. But hey, it's working for the Knicks. It's working for the Knicks. It's working for the Knicks. Julius Randle, 18 for 8 for 15, 26 points, 12 assists, and 12 rebounds. He'll put up another triple double. Now, there were a few notable things that happened this game, right? There were a few notable things that happened this game. And thank you for cutting the beat. Hey, yo, DJ D-Rec, cut the beat! Stop. You know what's up to that? Hey, yo, DJ MyT, cut the beat! Brooklyn. There's something going on with Austin Rivers and the New York Knicks. And now, I may be late to the party of informing you guys of this. In case there are a few of you listening saying, no shit, Sherlock. I may be a little late to the party informing you this. I've been monitoring it for some time, or I've glossed, let's put it this way. I've kind of glossed over it because I've heard it mentioned that Rivers isn't getting playing time and that he's possibly in the doghouse and all this other stuff. But I couldn't find a justification for it, and I kind of just let it glaze over myself, right? I didn't really give it the attention that I thought is. I guess I'm gonna end up giving it now. I didn't think it required it, but something very noticeably happened recently with the New York Knicks and Austin Rivers, and it's not just the fact that Austin Rivers got another DNP coach's decision. It's the fact that this time, he wasn't even on the roster. Yeah. Go look it up. On the roster. Now, on the roster for last night's game against the Thunder. Or the game over the weekend against the Thunder, right? Right? So the game against the Thunder, he's not even listed. You know who they have brought up and listed? Iggy and the 5'10" point guard Jared Harper. Now, both of those guys got a DNP. But both of those guys have been called up. while Austin Rivers is getting a full-blown DNP coach's decision. They have said that, like I said, I've heard the grumblings about Austin Rivers being in the doghouse. This right here is the big indicator right now. Like, if I didn't believe it anytime before, now, I definitely 100% believe it now. Austin Rivers is in the doghouse. He is in the doghouse. They don't even have him on the active roster. That's what I'm talking. That's what I mean. Now they don't have him on the roster. They don't have him on the active roster. Instead, they called up Iggy and Jared Harper and Iggy Bronzangas is what I'm talking about. But they called up Iggy and Jared Harper from the G League. And I guess we're gonna see if any of those two guys ends up getting burn or play, because as we know, they're gonna be coming into two of one of our more filled positions. And New York Knicks, I feel like they're filled everywhere but power forward and center, right? That's the only two places that they're not really like overabundant at. I feel like they have like tons of wings and guards, and also they have tons of point guards as well. Even though they don't have a lot of serviceable point guards, I feel like they have a few of them. And they bring in another point guard in Jared Harper. And as far as Iggy, they bring in another small forward kind of player. So we'll continue to see. We'll monitor their minutes. We'll see if Iggy or Jared Harper could go ahead and earn themselves any type of play in Madison Square Garden. Now, while we are talking about the Garden, we have to talk about the Garden acting up and acting brand new again. Why is it every single time we turn around, there is an issue with the New York Knicks and a motherfucking Garden legend? You tell me, James fucking Dolan. I'm starting to feel my butt. Let's let you guys know. I'm starting to feel all that shit. You tell me why every single time that I look up that there was a problem with the Madison Square Garden and one of their legends, most recently Patrick fucking Ewing. Okay, because I'm glitching, B. I'm glitching. Like, there's a part of me that I understand that New York Knicks are starting to function right now, but there's a part of me that I am really ready. Because I am really ready to start asking for James Dolan's job. Because you stupid fucking cock-sucking son of a bitch, you. Like, really? Like, this only happens because you allowed it to happen, you motherfucker. You Brecko Susio, dirty stink Nick motherfucker. Like, I can't believe your music stinks, by the way. Just let you guys know. Just let you know, James, your music stinks. Your band sucks. Like all of it. Like, I heard you guys. I tried to listen to you. Motherfucking James Dolan and the Death Notes. That's exactly what it sounds like. I sound like you guys have a god fucking Death Note. You motherfuckers. That sound like a dead cat is in your fucking throat. Fucking piece of shit garbage motherfucker. Every time I look up, it's a problem with the Garden and the New York Knicks legend. You got Spike Lee on the ground. Cops harassing him during Black Lives Matter shit. You got Spike Lee being roughed up. You know what I mean? Now when Patrick Ewing is supposed to be back there, they got people talking about, yo, Pat, who the fuck is you? I don't recognize you. Let me see some credentials. Patrick fucking Ewing! Credentials in the Raptors, B. I can't even formulate sentences right now. I got motherfucker mad. Hold on. I'm serious. Normally when people blame James Dolan for something, I am quick to take up for him. Only because I consider it low-hanging fruit. It is very easy to say, oh, let's get rid of the owner. Then what? Then maybe somebody wants to come play with you. Maybe you finally learn how to develop. Maybe you finally learn how to develop somebody. Maybe you, like, you understand, James Dolan has had one thing that's gone wrong and one thing that's gone wrong is that he has not found that one person that he believes in the front office to run that organization. And until you find the person that you are ready to put in charge of basketball affairs, then you're not gonna get there. All of the organizations that we talk about that win have that person, or they had that person. So I was considered low-hanging fruit. And also, he has a hockey team that is very highly successful. And that team is highly successful despite him interfering. And I guess you can say, hey, that's a lot of people that look like him. That's a different sport. That's a different language. That's almost a different country at times. You have a lot of people that play for them that are just happy to be here. You know what I mean? It's a little bit different. Yeah, you can say all that, but end of the day, you know what he had to do? He had to find somebody competent to run his organization that he trusted. And once he found that person, he was able to leave them the fuck alone and let them do their goddamn job. But you know what happens when you don't do your job properly? When you make, and granted, some of these problems he has caused. Some of these problems he has been a part of. Some of these moves he has pushed forward forcefully against the wishes of his advisors, basketball advisors that he hired to run basketball operations. Not the people that whisper in his ear, you know, with that brand new flavor shit. Nah. So we understand why some of this could be his fault too. Let's just leave it as still low hanging fruit, and you can still do better. You can do better every single time. But this right here, I accepted Charles Oakley, even though I was mad. I accepted Spike Lee, even though I was mad. You can't do that shit to Patrick Ewing, B. You can't do that shit to Patrick Ewing, B. That is a motherfucking no-go. Not at all. Not one bit. Oh, let me get my eyes back. Okay. Because it was becoming very difficult to see with the glasses off. Everything hits me with the glasses off. Like, man, if you guys only understood the theory that I have between, like, wearing glasses while getting inebriated and putting them on after you're inebriated and not wearing them during your inebriation. It really is a theory that I have. And that theory is that why get inebriated when your vision is perfect, or when you already can see well, because then you have nothing to help correct it. But if you get impaired, like you don't have your glasses on, everything is already impaired. When you put your glasses on, correcto vision changes your life. Now, granted, am I saying that you're not still impaired? No, but now you can see better, and that is a thing of confidence that you can't, or peace of mind that you can't change for anything in the world. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so the Garden has an issue with Patrick Ewing, and they don't understand his credentials. Patrick Ewing's like, yo, my credentials are up in those Raptors. I'm Patrick motherfucking Ewing. He goes off at the end of the day. Now somebody later, and he goes at the end of the day, he talks about how he wasn't able to maneuver how he normally does, and people act like they didn't recognize him. And I don't understand how they don't recognize him, because there should be pictures of Patrick Ewing up and down that place before, during, and after. Like you know, and you know what I mean. Like before he became a Knick. Like while he was a Knick and after he was a Knick, they should just keep up-to-date pictures of him. They should always sit down and post email like, listen, Patrick Ewing happens to be one of those motherfuckers that happen to have his jersey retired. And also, if his jersey is retired, keep an up-to-date picture of him on file for when he comes through, because he should have access. He should have access. I'm sorry. Nah, mean. Now, while he did have problems in the Garden with security, he had no problems in the Garden coming away with that W, folks. As Patrick Ewing and the Georgetown Hoyas come away with a big win, and folks, Patrick Ewing can finally actually say that he won a championship in the Garden, as they take home the Big East Championship. Now, this is actually a very, 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 very good and big win for the big fella and his fourth year coaching the Georgetown Hoyas, as this team has been fairly under 500 for the majority of his time there. And not for nothing, they were under 500 for the majority of the season. So winning this championship was big because they got hot and they got on a run late, and they got on a run that helped them go ahead and get this championship. And not only did they win the Big East championship, but as you know that's gonna get them their bid into the tournament. And while they're gonna get their bid into the tournament, they're gonna be able to show people exactly what they have, what kind of grit, what kind of fight, what kind of dog that these Hoyas are. But also it helps them entice for next year, because next year they are set to have a top 10 recruiting class. And not only do they have a top 10 recruiting class, but folks, the Georgetown Hoyas and Patrick Ewing were endorsed and respected and given the biggest of big up by the one, the only Pat motherfucking Riley. I almost called him Pat Ryan. Wow. Oh man. Oh shit. No, it's not true. That's not true. He wouldn't have ratings. I can't do that to him. I can't do that to him at all. Shoot. Whew. Okay. Let us continue. Now, as we go through the Big East, right, and we talk about the New York Knicks and what they get done in the Garden and how they've kind of played themselves. Well, we also have another individual in life who has played himself. And folks, this individual is going to be a new inductee into the Piece of Poop Award. Yes, we're giving up a new Pop Award winner. And so, Les, if you can, please, hey, yo, DJ, play my song.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. I want...
We put him in the bed. Cause he's a piece of poo.
You filthy animal.
So, we have a new inductee into the Piece of Poop Awards, into the Piece of Poop Hall of Fame. And that is one and only former youth pastor. Yeah, folks. These disgusting kind of people come in all walks, shapes, and sizes. I hope you guys recognize that. I hope you guys... Hey, welcome back. I hope you guys know that. And that's the reason why when I hear that people are pastors or deacons, that means nothing to me of what it means, what your character is. But former youth pastor, husband, family man, father of daughters, commentator, and racist. Big, fucking, ugly racist. Matt Rowan. Yes, folks, commentator Matt Rowan, while calling a high school game in Oklahoma for a bunch of women, right, in high school, or girls in high school, however you like to refer to them. Let's call them girls in high school. Right, because that's what they were. They were young girls in high school. And they kneeled for the national anthem. And while kneeling for the national anthem, this guy decided to go off on a little tangent. This Matt Rowan, an Oklahoma sports announcer. Now, what happened was that he thought the mics were closed. But no, they weren't. The mics were actually still hot. And while they were still hot, he goes, oh, they're gonna do this during the national anthem? These fucking niggers? I hope they lose. Fucking niggers. Now, let me see. Let me see if I can find the quote exactly, right? Now, because I know that maybe it was something a little bit more, something a little bit less, but I was basically the gist of it. He went as far to wish that they lose, and then went on to call a bunch of young ladies, the whole team, out of their name. Now, granted, the mayor of the city is disappointed. He has been fired from his position with that individual. Now he was not. Let's see. I hope Norman gets. Yeah, he goes. I hope Norman gets their ass kicked. Fucking niggers. That's what he said. That was him. That's your youth pastor. That's I'm like, yo, be careful of the hateful people that you submit or succumb your kids to. Youth pastors, people with these titles of righteousness. Right? Because if he was a youth pastor, that means he was around kids. He was able to influence kids. Influence people's thoughts. Right? Help perpetuate one behavior and help try to limit or discredit another behavior. When they both were normal. Or when one was normal and one was abnormal. You understand? Like, nah, you can't. So he's been fired. Now he's not affiliated with the school. The school hired something like what I do, right? Where we get hired as independently to do the commentator for a school. And this is what was said. And I'm telling you now, I'm glad he's fired. I'm glad that, but I'm just thinking like, yo, what would that have happened to the person I was working with while he was doing commentary? He said that shit, yo, I would have grabbed something metal, rod, and granted, I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably would have waited. So I probably wouldn't have wanted to react immediately. I probably would have like, and just sat back and wait till him to put his guard down. And while he's on the air, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna beat him in the back of his head with something metal until his brain is on the back of the fucking concrete. I asked him to say that shit again that he said earlier. Call them fucking niggas again. I dare you. Now, I know this person would, and I'm not trying to talk bad about the person I work with. I'm just saying that this school, that it wasn't, that this individual that said this wasn't affiliated to none of the schools that were playing. This individual was somebody that was hired independently to call the schools, and this individual probably calls a lot of games in the area. Probably talks to a lot of youth. Probably talks to a lot of athletic directors for these high schools or possibly even colleges. He probably calls for multiple levels, multiple grades, multiple schools. And I hope every single last one of them fires him. He does not deserve the right to be around children. And I'm sorry. Like, I want to know where he gets a job at. Because I wouldn't want to work with him. I couldn't work with him. I want to kill him. This asshole came out and said that this was due, and I think we did talk about, I feel like we talked about this, that this was due to his diabetes, and he was low on his sugars. And when he's low on his sugars, it causes him to say things sporadically. Sometimes they're naive and hateful. So basically, he's saying that his diabetes gives him racist Tourette's, where he will spit out shit that he's never ever said before in his life, or never ever thought before in his life, randomly. Well, I'm glad he said that, because with saying that, right? JDRF, a non-profit advocacy group for type 1 diabetes research, responds saying there's a lot of symptoms of high blood sugar. Racism is not one of them. Thank you, JDRF. Thank you. You guys. Big up. He gonna talk about my sugars was low. That's the reason I became a racist. Suddenly. Fuck out of here. Nobody believes that shit, B. Like, who the fuck is you fooling? Like, this just says everything about you. Now we know how you felt about Kaepernick. Now we know how you felt about Black Lives Matter movement. Now you know how you felt about George Floyd. Now you know how you feel about black people being killed. Now you know how you feel about black people, period. Now you know how you feel about, now we know how you feel about the police. We probably know how you feel about Trump. We probably know how you feel about Biden. We probably think, I probably would assume they say that you're a wife beater. I probably say that you're a child, like all of that shit. I feel like you're the worst piece of scum in the world now. All of that shit says a lot about you. Matt Rowan, former commentator in Oklahoma high school games. And amongst high school kids at that. High school kids. You little piece of shit, you. I hope they castrate your bitch ass. But now, let's just try to take it on to a slightly more positive note, right? As we're talking, right? Because as we're talking about, you know, let's do what we like to do, right? A little Money Monday talk. Actually, I think I want to skip Money Monday talk. I just want to tell you something interesting that actually popped in here, and I guess it's kind of Monday, right? That interesting story came on my hands the other day, and I saw that Google and Facebook were basically fighting. I don't want to say it was a lawsuit that they're fighting, right? But it's like they're fighting a bill. I don't want to say that they're being sued. Somebody else is being sued. I think who is it? Elon Musk was being sued for some shit. But they're fighting for, I guess, the flow of information from newspapers, right? I don't know if you guys have heard this story. And what is happening is that newspapers are trying to get a bigger cut of advertising dollars from Google and from Facebook, saying that Google and Facebook is not giving them the right percentage or a big enough cut of the profit, right? Or a proper portion for the content that these sites help produce for Facebook and Google to get hits. And I get that. That actually could be a thing. They're like, hey, you know, we want a bigger piece of the pie. But also, Google and Facebook came and was like, the fuck is you talking about, dummy? Like, before we came, like, we understand, like, we took all your physical business, but what we did for your internet business and your hits is retarded. Like, you guys are getting 300% more hits than you were getting before us. Like you get 24 million hits a year that are contributed just from us alone. So how is it their fault? Because I understand what they're saying, right? At this point, if they've helped push more people to your site that's ever been on your site before, right? And they're helping more people read more articles than they ever read before. What the real story is that while you're trying to get money out of Facebook and Google, right, to try to get more money out of them, why haven't you figured out how to monetize from all of this extra traffic on your site? The way that Facebook and Google has basically monopolized and monetized getting paid by traffic on their site, because that's all it is. Now you want a bigger piece of their pie. It sounds like you just need to do a better job advertising when you're on your own, when people come to your own shit, or giving them a reason not to leave. But that's not really the case, is it? Like, once you read the article, you kind of just bounce. Not seeing what your friends are talking about. You're not sitting there lingering. You're not going through stories and stories of stories. You're not spending half an hour there when you didn't want to. Extra. 2 hours there, extra, sitting in bed doing nothing. So figure out how to make that happen and stop crying. Because really it's just like, yo, like you realize newspaper, like you guys got fat while everybody else was starved. You guys got fat out there while everybody else starved. You know what I mean? And now you talk about you want a bigger piece. Man, it's their time. Find a new way to get to the people. And stop trying to get from everybody's piece of cake. I understand like they used to be such a ruthless business, the newspaper industry, right? You guys have gone and done your thing for so long, for so many years, right? Being the big fish, right? To help control the flow of information, that you've been able to help keep yourself alive by being able to dictate terms, you know what I mean, in all of these little areas. But now you can't dictate the terms in these areas anymore. Right now, the way that you used to be able to dictate these terms, well, Facebook and Google are not able to dictate these terms, and it hurts, don't it? You know, this is also called karma. Let that shit go. If everybody else invested into the market, hold the line. Let's remember to continue that. As your stocks continue to do their roller coaster thing and they continue to plummet, that means shit is going on sale. Get your shit at a discount and continue to watch that shit rise. All right. Now, as something else that we continue to watch rise as we get back into sports, we're just gonna make today a very New Yorkish kind of day, right? Listen, you already know how I am, like Brooklyn's favorite son. You know what I mean? The Brooklyn Buzzsaw. You guys know how we do here. Now, because we're keeping it New York themed, let's go ahead and give a very special shout out, as we like to do here. As the one Carmelo Anthony, right, continues to be money. And he passes now Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon on the all-time scoring list to solidify himself in the 11th spot on the all-time scorers of all time in the scorers of all time in NBA history, folks. Yes, Carmelo Anthony, big up to you for securing the number 11 spot. Now, for those that are doing this Melo watch, let me also tell you something, a little bit of a nugget that you may not realize, right? Because as he has passed Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, right? That puts him at 26,955 points. Carmelo Anthony currently needs about 45 more points so that he can go ahead and break 27,000 points. But that still won't be enough to break any other additional milestones, then get into 27,000 points and being one of only 11 players in history to do so. That's where he's going to be at when he does this. Now, next on his list, though, or next on the list, though, is a gentleman by the name of Elvin Hayes. Elvin Hayes currently sits in the number 10 spot, folks, with 27,313 points. And if Carmelo Anthony keeps this up, I'm telling you, folks, you don't understand what I'm saying. Carmelo Anthony is 358 points away from passing Elvin Hayes and putting himself in the top 10. Say it with me. 10. Say it again. 10. Say it to the head. 10. Say it in bed. 10. Say it with head. 10. Say it with head. 10. Anything's possible. Right? Carmelo Anthony can move into the 10th spot this year, people. I don't think you heard me. Carmelo Anthony can move into the number 10 spot this year. Let me tell you what. He has 358 points to score in 35 games. That is just about 10.23 points per game. Carmelo Anthony is currently averaging 14 points per game. People! Right about. Anthony really has 358 points to go, folks. And I'm going to be counting down every single last one of them. Folks, we are officially on Melo watch. Whoa, 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 whoa. If we're going to be on Melo watch, let's make sure we do this properly. You guys are ready? Alrighty. Give it to me. Melo watch, folks. We got that. We got full-blown Melo watch going on as we continue to count down Melo into making it into top 10. And folks, I know there's a lot that to be said about Melo throughout the years. I know there's a lot of things that he has done and a lot of things that he hasn't done. And I know that we have said in the past that Melo is definitely going to get into the Hall of Fame, but sometimes we never really know how these things are going to play out. And because the Hall of Fame is a basketball Hall of Fame, we have always said that, yes, we know that Melo is going to make it into the NBA. It's just when he's going to make it into the NBA. And if when he makes it into the NBA, is he going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer? Right? First ballot Hall of Famer. Now, I say yes. Now, I still say yes. Now, it still may depend on who he goes with. But I don't see too many people that are coming up that will be retiring within the next 5 years of Melo retiring, right? That we're going to have to see exactly who's in that class. As you see, Bullock was a corner three up after a pump fake pass from Emmanuel quickly. He misses that. New York Knicks are still up 107-89 with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the game. So, where was I? Carmelo Anthony. 358 games. I don't know what the hell I was saying before this, to be honest with you. I really did. I really just completely lost that whole entire train of thought. There we go. So regardless of what people think about Carmelo Anthony, right? Because it's a basketball Hall of Fame. So even before what he's about to do now, what we're about to say we're about to see him accomplish. Right? I've always stood by saying that, hey, yes, Carmelo Anthony's going to get in the Hall of Fame. And I've always said he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. If he really wants to solidify that, because maybe Melo's legacy doesn't involve a ring. Maybe. If it doesn't involve a ring, what are other things you're going to have to do? Well, you're going to have to be one of the best scorers in the league, or one of the best assisters in the league, or best rebounders in the league, or something. And it looks as if Carmelo Anthony's going down the scoring route. It's going to be like Karl Malone. He's going to be one of those high-scoring guys that has never had a ring. One of the guys in the top 10 in scoring that has never have a ring. But doesn't mean he's not a Hall of Famer. And then when you talk about his regular season career, I understand that there's been some highs and lows, but those points, they matter. Where he didn't have any worries about highs and lows was in the Olympics, where he won multiple gold championships. And another place that he didn't have to worry about multiple highs and lows was also in Syracuse, where in their where as a rookie he won a championship as well, being one of the first rookies ever to lead his team to a championship. I think he averaged 20 and 10 on that game, 10 rebounds and 20 points. So you add that as having a championship in college, right? Winning every year he was in college, even though it was only 1 year. Being the most outstanding player, and getting a championship for a team that has never had a championship ever, right? And hasn't had one since then, right? And now you add on being a top 10 scorer in NBA history. Carmelo Anthony should be a top 10, should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. No doubt, no lie. I am 100% for all of that energy. And like I said, by the end of this season, we can definitely very much see Carmelo Anthony get into that top 10 spot. And we'll just continue to see how high up that ladder he can continue to go. Because it looks like Carmelo Anthony may have maybe 2 more years left in him. And listen, like, okay, Google, what's 82 times 14? He said 1,100 or something. So we'll figure out the rest, and we'll continue to take a look, because we're talking about another 1,000+ points every single season. And if you allow that to happen, then you could just keep taking baby steps until you chip yourself away into right outside the top 5, maybe top 6. So I'm saying he may finish 7. We'll see exactly how that goes. Now, since we're staying with the New York flavor, as we're not gonna stay here too much longer, guys, we're about to head out of here. Cause listen, we got a lot of shit to do. I gotta go get. I got some hustling to go take care of. But we are doing a New York. We are New Yorkers here, right? Especially me, right? Right. What kind of New Yorkers here? And I like to keep my stories very much New York themed today. And the last thing that I'm gonna talk about today in closing out the podcast, right? And also don't forget, New York Knicks are gonna face the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Damn. I can't wait to see this game. I want to see if the New York Knicks have learned anything. I want to see. Lost to Milwaukee, beat Oklahoma City. Let's see if they can steal one. Let's see. But as I continue, shall we proceed? Yes, indeed. The last story of the day comes by. It's a baseball story, folks, and by one named Alex Rodriguez. As Alex Rodriguez does what Alex Rodriguez does best, and he cheats. Folks, are you surprised? Alex Rodriguez, he cheats again. And how did he cheat this time? He cheats on J-Lo. J-Lo gets her heart broken again. Then like we've seen Mark Anthony, we've seen J-Lo, we've seen Ben Affleck, I think, was one of them, right? Jen and Ben. So we see her getting her heart broken again by another individual. But we see more than anything Alex Rodriguez doing what Alex Rodriguez does best, and that's cheating. Whether that's cheating on his wife, cheating on his spouse, his fiance, his girlfriend, the game of baseball, himself, his fans, his parents, his family, anything. Alex Rodriguez is just an habitual liar and a cheater. And this is why, as we talk about Hall of Fames of basketball, when we talk about Hall of Fames in baseball, Alex Rodriguez should never be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame because you have cheated your whole entire life into relevancy and you cannot prove anything else. This is Talento Taylor with the MyT Sports Podcast. I am letting you go. I hope you catch and hope you find and catch that motherfucking wave that never subsides. I am your boy. You holla at me.
Sorry, B. I tried. Honest. All the bandwidth in the world couldn't keep me contained. No lag, no lag. Gonna share my talents with Podbean Live. Always knew I'd take the pod there. Just a lot later than a lot of listeners thought. Last of the real gabbers. Well, maybe not the last. Munchkin got good mic skills. New, improved MyT Podcaster. Potting down now. Last call for drinks. Bars closing. Sun's out. Heard the casino got a buffet breakfast. Don't want to go far. Wild night. Tired, B. Tired. MyT
Sports. But we are not done. There's wait, there's more. Oh shit. I completely forgot that I told you guys I wanted to do a reveal on the air. Because I always say to myself, like, yo, I always get all these cool shit. Right? And I'm always ordering shit. And I never ever open this motherfucker on the air. And this be some shit I wanna show you guys too. But I'm like, damn. Like, once I open it, I throw that shit into the wash. And I'm like, once it gets into my laundry, I'm not trying to show you shit. I'm not trying to show you that shit again. So let's run through a couple of the things finally that came today. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I needed some shit, B. I needed some simplicity in my life. Old Navy, holla at your boy. So I got myself a big ass Old Navy. That's what you guys see. I just opened it, right? I took the first item out. But big ass Old Navy bag full of shit. Let me show you something. Alright. And I just had to get, I just wanted to open that shit up. Because honestly, you know what? Damn it. Wait, I need a basket. I want to throw all this shit in the basket like one time. Excuse me. Not of my mercy. Alrighty. Told you, simplicity, B. Simplicity. That's all I wanted, right? Nice little t-shirt. Throw on. Something nice and cool. I live in South Florida. Like, all I want to be able to do is see through my t-shirts. You know what I mean? There we go. That's all I care about, is being able to see through my t-shirts. Like, it's too hot, dog. You know what I mean? Too hot for that shit, B. Like, I've been slowly trying to converge all of my attire to Florida weather clothing. And not for nothing, it's really going to fuck me up because I plan on going to Denver next week. So it's not going to be a podcast next week, people. And you're going to help me keep saying there's no podcast next week. I will be on vacation. That is the first one. And you know how that goes, right? I'm no different than anybody else. And if you like something, you buy the same thing in multiple colors, right? Oh yeah, you buy the same thing in multiple colors to go with multiple things, right? So you can rock your swag and shit. Like that's just how it is. I ain't no different, B. I ain't no different. I know you may look like, yo, the dude behind the camera. Like I get it, right? Like you that dude, but yo, I'm loving that shit. Oh, I gotta watch that shit too. I don't know where that shit came from. That shit's a force to have. Yo, that's not even like a coronavirus shit. Just to be honest with you guys, that's not even a coronavirus shit. Oh man, you gonna like this one. Listen. So what was that? Like some kind of greenish shit, and I had a navy blue over there. Oh yeah, look at that shit. Look at that shit. I got that inside. I got that guts color. You know what I mean? That guts color. Yo, I got the guts colored shirt. If you know what I mean. Pom colors. Yo, slow down there, Reggie. Y'all chat too much. What I said? Allah is mercy. But yo, I'm feeling that. I'm definitely feeling that. I can fox with that. But you know what though? No, not for nothing though. I'm gonna need some shorts. I need some shorts. But you know what I do need? Not for nothing. I need some basketball shorts, big time. I definitely need some basketball shorts. Oh yeah. Okay, so that was more of a green looking shit, right? That was like a sea green. This is more of like a sky blue. Yeah, B. What's that? 4 now? Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. You don't understand. Like and all the printed ones came already. That's the funny thing about it. Like all the printed ones came already. I gotta make sure I get that shit washed too, because for St. Patrick's Day, when I'm out there working St. Patrick's Day, right? And I gotta definitely make sure that there's a shirt that I'm gonna have on, because it's gonna be one of those days that's gonna call for that shirt. Oh shit! Look at B. I'm telling you, it ain't stopping. It ain't stopping. I did that, and then this is it in black. Listen, man, you gotta catch some sales when they hit. And I'm telling you, when Old Navy be popping up with them sales, I be like, yo, I'm all over it. Holla at your boy. I am all for the sales. Send that shit right to the door. I caught this motherfucker coming in yesterday. You have no clue. I was about to open this shit yesterday, and I was like, hold off. Like, let's hold off for the podcast. Let the people on the podcast see it. You know what I mean? Give them a little taste. Give them something that they ain't never seen before. Oh yeah, one of the prints. See there? That's one of the games I want to do when I'm out there doing my Thug Thizzle. Like, yo, I paused my game to be here. Yo, I hope you're entertained. Right? Because I could be entertaining myself. Right? I don't need to be here. I'm not lazy. I just really enjoy doing nothing. Yo, Sugars, where you there? You know you're supposed to watch, you know. Well, let me know when you're there. I'll contact you like in 2 seconds. Right? Sugar dumpling. There's another one. I don't even know what number on. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got this in almost every single color that they had. Right? I just really wanted. I needed some new shirts. I really needed some new shirts. I really needed a whole new set of shirts. It was really crucial. And not for nothing, it's like, and I needed a combination of both, because I realized I didn't have enough shirts that had enough flair on there for shit that I like, and also at the same time I didn't have enough just shirts that I just like to wear casually sometimes that didn't have something crazy on it. So I had to get a good combination of the both, so that we can get in there. Yo, you know what? Hold on one second. Let's do something here. Hold on one second. Let's get you guys a little bit closer. Right? Let's get you guys just a little bit closer. We're gonna switch you over. Yeah. You like that, don't you? That way you can see this a whole lot better now, right? Yeah. Look at that. Behind the scenes footage. Oh yeah. Modelo, holla at your boy. Yeah. Come give me one of these sponsors too, B. Anybody. Old Navy, Hims, Kind. Yo, I'm here for it all, B. You know what I mean? Product. I saw a Kind today. I was surprised. That kind had gotten that kind of outreach. Here goes the second half. And literally the second half of the order. Right? Which are some more shorts. Because it's something that you can never have enough of in South Florida, or enough shorts. So see, and also guys, you gotta know, right? It was only inevitable, right? That if I'm getting all of these goddamn shirts, that I had to at least get some shorts to go along with it. Now, not for nothing, a lot of the shorts already came, and I've already washed them and I already put them up. So you're not seeing all of the shorts, right? You only got a few of them. So you saw that one. And here goes another one, right? And yeah, they're cargo shorts, man. Listen. I'm that dude. I got regular shorts too, but I needed to get a couple more cargo shorts in there, right? Some cargo shorts that you can wear casually around some places, right? And some of them that you can wear like out to business and wear out all day and not worry about a stain or two. You know what I mean? Like some dark. I got them both. Got a gray, got a little tan one right here. Okay. And because of me being from Brooklyn and being in the army, I had to catch myself a nice little Captain America shirt. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I mean. Oh shit, yo! I swear to God, I'm gonna have to take a picture of myself doing that, so I can tell you, yo. Anytime I type "nah, I mean," like this is the face that you should imagine me making. Nah, I mean. Seriously, I know if you're just listening, if you're just listening right on Podbean, or you're just catching it, like you guys are wondering like, what the fuck is he talking about? If you're really listening, right, and you're catching one of the re-ears and you're listening to the audio, guess what you should probably be doing? Take your butt down and go watch the YouTube, so you can see it actually what the fuck I am cracking up about over here by my God's damn self. Playing around with that shit. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I bought something, right? Something else about the last item on here. Now I bought these, and part of me is looking at it like, you know what? Hold on, this supposed to be 3 sets. Well, I better find. Yo, hold on 1 second. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I could have swore I ordered 3 sets of masks. I better find. Damn it, I kind of get where I was, but I better find a 3rd set somewhere. Me and them gonna have problems. Our 3rd set better come for me, cause I only see 2 here. But you know, and I may not need these anymore. We've seen that the country's about to open up pretty soon. It looks like, but like everybody else, I felt the need that I needed to accessorize. And Old Navy once again came through with the special. They were selling 5 masks for $5, and I was like, yo. For as much as I pay for some of these other masks that I have, like some of these other personal masks that I wanted, like the Knicks mask. And some of these army masks that I have, I was like, you know what? 5 masks for $5 ain't that bad. And you know what? They're nice. They're quaint. They ain't too flashy. Just something to go with everything. Right? You know what I mean? Just a little something to pop off with every little color. Now that's 1 set. Now, I have a 2nd set here, and I'm not going to lie to you. I ordered 3. And there's nothing else left in my bag, which means that they owe me a fucking set of masks. Or a set of masks is trapped in there somewhere, but I doubt you guys saw me. You guys were right here with me. We opened everything up, and nothing was in, and I never got a mask in that 1st set of stuff that I got. So they owe me a set of masks. I'm really looking at my inventory. They owe me a set of masks. That shit's some bullshit. Right? But let's continue with the 2nd set, right? As you guys know, I always represent my military. So I had to get me some stars and stripes, or to get me some stars. But man, you guys know, yeah, I think you guys can realize how much I like blue by now. Ain't no double entendres there. For anybody that may be listening, I'm stupid, right? But like I said, see, just something in every side. Oh yeah, you know I can't wait to wear this with that one. And listen, I do have stars and I do have stripes. I can wear these together like on top of each other, like. But just like everything else. All of those gotta wash. That's reason like I'm doing 2 loads today. It's so funny. I'm doing 2 loads of laundry today. 1 load of laundry is for like all my old clothes. Right, obviously all the clothes that I've worn already. And as you can see, I literally just bought a whole new load of laundry. Folks, this is officially the MyT Sports Podcast. I'm glad that you guys were here with me for the regular show and also for the reveal. The first reveal that we've ever done. Tell me how you like it. Leave comments at different portions of the show. Like and share the podcast as much as you can. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your barbers, especially tell the barbers, because you know the barbers spread that shit through the community. Tell your doctor, tell your dentist when your dentist have you talk like, yeah, tell that dude, right? Like he'll understand. But let everybody know. But again, I really do appreciate you guys listening to the podcast. I can't tell you again how much I take all the love, support, and reach and output that you guys give to me, that I get in the comments, that I get in my messages and everything. I really do love you all. I appreciate you all. I hope every single one of you help stay positive. I hope you have a prosperous day. I hope you have a powerful day. I hope you continue to catch a wave that never subsides. I hope you get all the good things in life that are meant to be. We are out of here from you to me, from me to you. You know what I mean. Cut the show already so I can go, B. Like, damn it. Tired of you guys staring at me.